The banners in Honkai Star Rail version 3.1 will be Tribbe and Yunli in the first phase, Mydei and HuoHuo in the second phase. All in all, really good banners, but who should you get? Hey everyone, Hsr here, so we will go through every single character and talk about why they are good for you, explain their kits as simple as possible, and of course, what characters they work well with. There will also be timestamps to make your life easier. Up first, let's talk about Tribbe, a Quantum Harmony character, and as you can guess, since she is Harmony, she's good for any player looking forward to universal support to increase the damage their team does. And what makes her even better is that she works with a ton of characters, so you don't need a specific character for you to be able to fully take advantage of her buff. But what does she even do? Very simply, but aside from her cute animations, her ultimate will create a dimension. And in the dimension, the enemies will take increased damage from all characters. Plus the enemy with the highest remaining HP will take the most damage. Furthermore, the more enemies in the field, the more damage you can do. Whenever an ally uses their ultimate, she will launch a follow-up attack, and her skill will buff the allies. But what does that buff do? We still don't know. Overall, a really good support character that can do her own damage, that is a great option for every player, with a simple goal of dealing more damage. Up next, let's talk about Yunli. She's a physical destruction character for those wanting a strong DPS with a fairly unique playstyle. She goes great with characters like Tingyun, Robin, HuoHuo, who is in the second phase by the way, and Topaz. But what does she even do? Very simply explained, her skill restores her HP and deals AoE physical damage. Her ultimate is interesting. When you use it, she gains a parry, taunting all enemies, while also increasing the crit damage her next counter does. She has two types of counter attacks after she uses her ultimate. The first one triggers when she doesn't get hit by any enemy after the ultimate, and the second one triggers when she gets hit by an enemy after using her ultimate, which is basically her talent. The taunt she activates after she gets hit deals way more damage and reduces the toughness of the enemies, while also restoring her energy. Her technique allows her to use her enhanced parry after attacking or getting attacked. Her passive talents help her receive less damage and increase her attack respectively. To sum up, she's great for those wanting a really good destruction DPS with a unique playstyle. Now that we are done with the first phase characters, let's go to the second phase characters, starting with Mydei, who is an imaginary destruction character. Great for players wanting a good looking imaginary DPS, and knowing Honkai Star Rail's balancing, he will probably be very strong. And if you have characters like once again HuoHuo, Tribbe, Sunday or Tingyun, is definitely not a bad option. But what does he do? The most noticeable thing about him is his very high max HP. But why? Whenever he uses his skill, he will consume a huge amount of HP. With a greater amount of HP consumed, the more damage his skill will do. Very similar to Blade. Also, whenever he consumes a certain amount of HP through multiple turns, he will enhance his skill, allowing him to do insane AoE damage to all enemies. His ultimate will make him deal AoE damage while also accumulating charge for his enhanced skill, while also restoring his HP. Once again, he's great for those wanting a most likely broken imaginary DPS character. The last character in this version is HuoHuo, who is a Abundance Wind character. Great for those who want an excellent sustain that not only heals, but will dispel debuffs and restore your team's energy. What makes her even better is that you don't need any specific characters for her to work. She simply works with anybody. But what does she even do? Simply, her skill will dispel a debuff from a chosen target while restoring their HP and adjacent target's HP. Whenever she uses her skill, she will gain the Divine Provision for 2 turns. That simply heals a target whenever their turn starts, or whenever an ally uses their ultimate, or whenever an ally HP goes below 50%, but that one only happens once. Also, she will dispel 1 debuff whenever she heals using the Divine Provision. Her ultimate restores all allies' energy while also increasing their attack, plus her technique decreases enemies' attack by 25% for 2 turns. Her bonus abilities make her gain Divine Provision whenever battle starts, makes her resist Scout Control, and increases her own energy regen respectively. For the tier list, every tier shows how much of a good bull a character is, and up first is Tribbe, who is a SS tier character, because she's a really good and flexible support that will increase the damage of any team you put her in. Next is Yunli, who is an A rank character. Not because she's bad, but instead we have Mydei in the second phase, who will probably be way stronger than her in terms of DPS, but still she is a really good character. Now it's Mydei's turn, who is also a SS rank character, because as I said, he will be a really strong character, knowing how well HSR balancing is. And last is HuoHuo, who is a S rank character because she heals, restores energy, and dispels debuffs, which is really good. This was it. I hope this was helpful, and if it was, please leave a like, a sub, and as usual, I hope to see you soon.